guys, and welcome back to Before Wi-Fi. I'm Marn. Um, Today I'm going to start a new journey into progressive rock. Um, this is not a greatest hits run. I'm going to be listening to the full songs. Sometimes they're long ones, and sometimes they're weird. But I'm going to be reacting in real time to these songs. I'm going to stay mostly quiet during the track so that you can actually experience it with me. Then at the end I'll do a little I'll do my first reaction, and then I'll also, kind of look at like the release date and maybe what the meaning of the song was. If you enjoy this kind of deep listening, please follow, like, and subscribe and comment below. It really helps my channel and I really appreciate you for doing that. So let's get into it. So the song that I'm going to start my prog journey on is a song by King Crimson. I have been told that this is an excellent band to start out with. They're kind of the forerunners of prog music. And the song that we're going to do is Epitaph. So I'm going in mostly blind. Um, I'll pause it a few times during the song so that we can kind of reflect on it a little bit. So, let's get started. Okay, that sound is massive. It's not just like a guitar wall. It feels orchestral, which I really love because I'm a huge ELO fan. Actually, they're my favorite band ever. So I like that aspect of hearing um, some orchestral layers in there. And it sounds heavy, but not loud heavy. It's more like an emotional heavy. All right, let's keep going.
On which the prophets wrote is cracking at the seams upon the instruments of death. The sunlight brightly gleams when every man is torn apart with nightmares and with dreams. Will no one lay the laurel wreath when silence drowns the screams? Confusion will be my epitaph as I crawl a cracked and broken path. If we make it, we can all sit back and laugh. But I fear tomorrow I'll be crying. Yes, I fear tomorrow I'll be crying. Yes, I fear tomorrow I'll be crying.
Wow, these lyrics feel really bleak. Um, it sounds like uncertainty and fear and maybe even like a collapse. And the music is going right along with it. It's not comforting it at all. It's kind of leaning into it to make those emotions even fuller. All right, let's keep going. Let me go back just a little bit.
Between the iron gates of fate, the seeds of time were sown and watered by the deeds of those who know and who are known. Knowledge is a deadly friend if no one sets the rules. The fate of all mankind, I see, is in the hands of
I really like how this kind of pulls you back instead of like pushing you forward in the song. It almost feels deliberate, like it's really letting the weight sink in. So I'm expecting it to build up again, but not in a happy way. The lyrics themselves are just wow. Um, definitely during a time when people were definitely feeling this way too. So go back just a little bit. Keep going. Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. I got to hear that again. It almost feels like resignation. It's not anger, it's not panic, but it's almost just like acceptance that things are just broken. All right, let's finish out this track. Wow, it's really a beautiful song and heart aching as well.
confusion will be my epitaph as I crawl across and if we make it, we could all sit back and laugh. But I fear tomorrow I'll be crying. Yes, 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 I fear tomorrow I'll be
Wow, that was the song. But it didn't feel so much like a song as much as it felt like a statement. Um, it's slow, but it was never boring. I wanted it to keep going. The way they used different layers of music and really told a heartbreaking story. There was a lot of questions back in that day. It came out in 1969. That I do know. But man, that song just sat with you. It's still playing in my head. But yeah, so this song was released in 1969. Um, it was definitely early prog era, and it was very experimental back then. I know that this band, just the sound of the band, definitely influenced some artists like Pink Floyd and Supertramp. Yes, and a ton of others that I will be covering in upcoming videos. Even ELO, their early albums were kind of maybe sub prog. They went more pop as they went along, but just using like orchestral layers with all the other instruments that you would normally hear in a band was phenomenal. So let's see what the web has to say about this song. So it looks like it was a dark prophetic warning about humanity's self destruction through war and political folly. Sound familiar? Wow, with contrasting bleak features with naive hope. Yeah, so in the song they said something like, um, maybe tomorrow we'll wake up and be laughing all of this off, but he actually thinks he'll be crying instead. Yeah, it's like an outlook on a war that just didn't affect the countries that were involved. It infected the entire world. Not knowing what the future held, I could definitely see that in this song. So there's a lot of anxiety in that song, and like I said, it definitely lines up with what was going on at that time. So they weren't trying to be catchy. They weren't trying to write a pop song. They were trying to say something, maybe wake some people up. So, wow, that was like I said, that was a really good song. I'm glad I started with that one. So that was my first track by King Crimson. I'm not sure I know any of their other songs. So did I start in the right place? You tell me below in the comments. So, and what song should I cover next? I want to go deeper. I don't want to stay safe though. Give me something. Give me something good. Give me something that will open up my mind to prog music. So, and like I said, deep cuts are absolutely welcome in this channel. I love doing deep cuts. I'm mostly a 80s music lover, big synth lover. You know, Depeche Mode, New Order, all those guys. I love that music, and I've done some deep cuts on some of their songs as well. So I'll be continuing my prog journey, and I want you to come with me. We're going to do it one album at a time. So if you want to follow along in this journey, so subscribe and stick around. There's a lot more to uncover. So I'll see you on the next one. You guys have a great day.